do I
live?
change glamour for today?
That's a good question. We're now live.
Free.
Hello. Hello, everyone, one and all.
Oh, too late to change glamour.
Is it? You got like 10 to 15 minutes.
I can't apply plates, and I'm already in Thavner. I don't want to spend 2 more Aetherite tickets.
Well, you could just go straight to Old Charlie and for a low price, I think. You just, yeah.
No, it's almost 1,000 gil or.
From Charlie, yeah.
Oh. Right, I forgot we're across the world now.
Yeah.
How about Gridania? No.
I don't
Yes.
know if I want to switch it though. I feel like a little bit of a continuity break. Especially if you're going to be editing this down in any way. Are you?
Potentially. I haven't started on the other one with Shadowbringers, so not entirely sure when that's gonna happen. But I really would like to get it done at some point. Just
I'll change it when we
get.
Boom his completed new glamour.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I have 6 glamours for Reaper already, so.
Jeez, that's a lot.
And Brent's like, glam change. Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, why not? Maybe we'll use one of the new ones.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe getting a new one myself, but this one's working pretty well, as is, for Sage.
I'll just use my return.
Zenin Putis. Hi, did you defeat Q Extreme? We didn't have to deal with that today, which is really good news. As long as we don't get, DC'd, we should be good. Leobo, I had my first full-on cry of the expat last night, so that was swell. Heck yeah, I want a full-on ugly cry. Though it's probably gonna be really awkward with friends in call.
We'll cry together, just like we waste our time together.
Oh, heck yeah. We're in it.
That was a good reference.
Actually, you know what? I'm bringing out Midgard. We haven't run around Midgard in a while.
Midgard Zormer?
Nah.
Brand, I don't want to change glam, quote unquote. Runs new dungeon, sees the gear. I need to change glams. I'm actually curious. I'm curious what the new dungeons have in store. We will see soon enough, though. Because if the pattern follows the same as Shadowbringers, we're gonna have to do these 2 zones first, and immediately after finish. Well, not entirely, but we get the introductory course for the first 2 zones, and then we'll do the dungeon that kind of ties both arcs sort of together. And then we go to, I'm going to assume another, no, we didn't go to, no, yeah, we did. No, we did that. Yes, we did. We did go to a new zone. We went to Ilmeg. And then we went to Raktika after that. So if that pattern holds up, then yeah, it'll probably be somewhat along those lines. No, don't verify it. This is just speculation based on previous patterns, especially in like Shadowbringers. Going off of that. Well, it's a new expansion, new lands, new place, new story. End of the story. Actually, that is weird to think about. Actually,
It's the beginning of the Endwalker expansion.
Yes. The beginning of the end, if I can even say that without stuttering.
Now just wait till we get to the end of the Endwalker.
Gosh, I wonder what's in store for us in the post patches here.
It's gonna be something entirely new. let's not even consider entertaining that conversation because that's baity, spoilery kind of
Yeah,
conversation.
it is. Let's move away from this. There are 15 glamour plates. There are 10 levels between 80 and 90. Are you truly living if you don't have a different glamour for each level of progress? Jeez.
I mean, I can pull together glamours pretty quick. Though the limited number of psi at the current moment is the only real limiting factor of what I can work with right now.
Yeah. And these new liths are also a little. I think the new liths are kind of harder to make it work because they're so they kind of move so fast and there's so many. And they're so small at the same time that they don't really stick out as much as like a scythe does. So we're in the beginning phases right now, just waiting to see if anyone else wants to join in because I know I gave like a very, very minimal notice with the scheduling. Also 1 glam per job at least. Yeah, I probably should work on that too, yeah. I kind of share a glamour with several jobs. So I might look into that at some point when I finally have time on my hands. The beginning of the end of the end of the beginning of the end.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. I appreciate the tongue twist though. We need a lot of glamour slots. I agree. I agree. This game has too many good pieces of gear and potential combinations to just only have 15. Well, I'm glad it's 15 and not 14 to show that it's like thematically fitting with the name of the game, but you know, I'd appreciate more. How's Sage so far, by the way? I really, really like it. It's very, it appeals to my ADHD a little bit. I get to always be pressing stuff at all times.
He's a fidgeter.
Yeah. My Lin usually has 1 glam as a primary and then others based on context job. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of went with the Shadowbringer's default set, which I realize is basic as all heck. But I've been branching out. So also we have 15 glam slots and 20 jobs. Can't really get one for all. You know what? That's true. I didn't really do the math on that. That is.
You just can't have them all on the plate.
Technically, yes. You just have to like sacrifice a bunch of inventory space and glamour and manual glamour prison.
Well, no. You memorize what your plate was. And then you apply it, and that gear set now has that look.
Oh, that.
You could keep the individual pieces around, like if you get a new chest piece or something from leveling that job. But at end game, once you've set that plate as that, as long as you don't override it with another job's unique appearance or something, like say you have 4 plates for healers. Then you kind of need to have the plates for the healers.
Yeah, since they all kind of share the exact same amount of gear. Good morning or afternoon where I'm at. Hey, Kojin, how you doing? You know, if you overlap jobs hard. Yeah, that's what he was getting at.
Also, I can say with confidence that the story raises the bar above Shadowbringers. Enjoy. Uh-oh.
How?
I don't want my eyes to vomit.
I do, but I'm a little tired right now. Dang it.
I wanted to start this time.
You probably won't be hitting those big emotional moments right away, but I don't know. They could pull a Tesline or something.
They kind of did already, sort of.
Yeah.
With Elephant Girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't really that into Elephant Girl, no offense.
I didn't have enough time
there
to get
wasn't
attached.
nearly enough time. Yeah, there wasn't nearly enough time to get attached to her yet.
And
it would have been more. It would have started to get a little upsetting if it was the first elephant boy we met.
Yeah, actually, because I don't know, the thing that got Tez Lean to be so impactful for me in particular was just the idea of what she did. Like, she cared for people who were like on the verge of the most desperate situation possible for a good long while, like potentially all of her life, and she's lived a harsh life and all that. We don't really have a whole lot of backstory with. You
didn't even remember her name.
Natanga.
That's how bad it is.
With Natanga.
It's not Natanga. It's
Natanga?
Nadana.
Yeah.
The fact you don't remember her name means you didn't get enough time with her for it to be impactful.
Well, I don't remember the name of the other one. Matsuya?
Yeah, it's Matsuya.
I do remember his name. Wow, that's actually a little impressive for me. Yay me. But yes, Nadana. Yeah, we only knew of her profession. That's about it, and that she's really good at it. All right, so that's roughly enough time to like prep up, I think. You got your glam ready?
Yeah. We're over by Thancred.
Oh, wow! It's got a lot more yellow all of a sudden. I'm just gonna jump off a cliff. This bird doesn't know how to fly. Wait, you said you're by Thancred?
Yeah. We're ready to turn in, bruh. I'm
There
gonna
may be
be
a problem.
using...
He's in a different instance. So you have to invite him, or we have to invite him, and you have to phase out and phase in.
Yeah, you have to go to a different map and come back.
Dagnabbit.
But I'm gonna be using my Emerald Reaper for this episode.
That explains why I couldn't find you.
Yeah, that would explain quite a bit. Let me apply initials again.
I don't understand why you keep turning it off.
Because I would like to know the names of my compadres and my opponents in PvP.
Oh.
The name of your opponent in PvP is Black Mage.
I can't wait until somebody name changes to, like, I don't know, Thancred dies. And because you're set on being able to get toxic against people in frontline. You're like, no, Thancred dies must die.
No! Thancred dies must die! Oh, no. Why is it so much expensive going? Oh,
you can use the Aetherite to switch instance. Is that true?
What? Wait, what? Nani?
I'm looking.
He's checking. Chill out.
Travel
I'm
to
here.
instance area. Oh, you can.
Ah.
And it tells you the number of people in each instance. Oh, technology!
Technology! Wow!
How many people are in our instance?
I don't know which one we're in.
They're
2.
all over 100. 2.
Oh no, we're in 1.
One has the most, 116.
There's 116 people in this map right now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn. That's more than all of Najatar, and we're not crashing the server.
Huh. Dang. That's a hefty amount of people.
There's
Alrighty.
Urianjay on the dock over there if you want to talk to him.
Okay, okay.
This is the glamour that I'll be using. You're welcome.
That's a cool glamour. I actually like that. I'm going to take a swig of water before we start.
To recap, Elephant Girl, now in jail, and Merced.
Indeed. And also, Fan Daniel. We know his identity. Or who he was originally.
Also, we lost our enchanted school badge.
We did lose the enchanted school badge. We're in a really rough spot right now. I think the servers can handle 200 people. Nice. All right.
How will we ever identify ourselves via Letterman jacket without the enchanted school badge?
All right, man.
This is all just setting up lore for the animated high school series of 14.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Oh no. Okay, gonna getting ready. Gonna start off with talking with Oriange. All right, gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Starting recording. Oriange, we got bad news. Not Armenia may speaketh with consternation, Lucia. Indeed, we're in it deep. Alright, I'm ready to turn into Thancred. Art thou ready? Gonna let you finish your dance moves.
What?
I recognize that dance. I just hit credits. This is my game of the year 2021. In fact, this may very well be the best Final Fantasy. Heck yeah! Alright, gonna click on Thancred. Clicking on 3, 2, 1. Clicking Thancred now. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Fan Daniel took Lidana. So it was Fan Daniel after all. Damn that bastard! I'm sure that you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidana and the other captives. Yeah. I don't feel very triumphant about this.
2 pinches of crimson pepper? What? Why did you just randomly give me a cooking ingredient?
Huh. Shoot. The satrap of Ratatan. Thancred is wearing a grim expression. Right, hitting accept. First, we must inform everyone of the situation. Idana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. I think he just doesn't want to get mugged for blood. Like Estinian was. I don't know. Bad joke. Oh, Idana! Can you answer me this? Only Idana is trapped in the tower. She's still alive, yes? Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidana proved that the peril to herself. So let us make more scales. Then she and all those who are taken in might be saved. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pair, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding skills with you. And for our Aeosian visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. Looks like we're about to meet the king. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, would you not accompany me to Razatan for an audience with His Excellency?
Oh boy, we get to go to Plato City.
Plato City, oh my lord. We should be honored, of course. I bet. Yeah, we should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates of east of the Giant's Gold grounds, and I will show you into the city.
This kid still freaks me out that he has red eyes. Something about it is off.
Yeah, I noticed you were kind of like all into that. It is interesting that you pointed out. And the more emphasis you're putting into it, it's like, maybe might be onto something. Because his demeanor is way too, like, princely and kingly and mature.
Well, he works directly under.
I mean, yeah, but he just has an aura about him.
Well, he is an aura.
Wow.
The last of the
Puns.
Black Dragon fight.
He's.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, I can't unthink that. Dang it, and it's such a stupid joke.
What? The Rathian correlation?
No, I was thinking that 70s show.
Kramer?
What?
Is the kid Kramer?
No, the kid's not Kramer. The Indian foreign exchange student from that 70s show.
I haven't seen that 70s show.
And you need to watch, like, something. You're the only person in here who, like, doesn't get any of the references. Even I get some of Boom's references.
Yeah.
He understood the Star Wars reference.
Yeah, but you're not human if you've not seen that.
Oh dear. Yeah. Jeez. Hi, Lucron. I wish you enjoy Endwalker. Thanks, Palazoo. First and foremost, enjoy yourself, Lucron. Thanks, Kina. Kins. Alright, let's see. Estinian! Review. Oh, I didn't get to talk to you earlier. When I last visited, the city was brimming with life. I expect the towers dampened the mood somewhat. Probably.
No.
Are you on, Jay?
Ez, that was his name.
I think this Dark Knight sword is from the new dungeon. Don't inspect him, because I'm pretty sure it is, but it has
It's
like
not.
below.
That's not.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not looking. Be it here or in Eosia, all shall in the desire to deliver the captives. All share in the desire to deliver the captives. Thus united, I pray that we may join in common cause with the satrap. Thagrid? Of the
It's Aura.
satrap. Aura?
Yeah, the all one with the green hair and practically nothing on.
Of the satrap, I only know the common tidbits. That though the position is hereditary, he is not considered a sovereign. And that despite possessing considerable authority, he wields it sparingly. Given the esteem in which the locals hold him, however, it's safe to assume he's good at his job. We could do far worse for an ally. Huh. Good to know. Alright, I'm ready to click Vashan. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, clicking. All present? Then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times.
Cutscene Pog.
Ooh.
Probably voiced.
Sounds like it might be.
Emmett Selk?
A vast rock
Yes.
squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings
The Eye
the
of
city
Sauron?
of Rads-at-Han.
Kind of intimidating for an entryway arch.
I don't know. I have both eyes
Ye who enter
blindfolded.
here
This
are
is a mistake.
subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
The orb!
Ponder
Ponder
the orb.
orb. So that's the symbolic meaning of that then.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze,
That's an
bearing
elephant
down
face.
like a second midday sun.
I'm just curious why
Stare
we're
is
hearing Emmett
extreme.
Selk. Oh gosh.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke.
Oh, Wallafel.
The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Gilzabard, Ratatan. Oh.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megadota. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
But my aether rate.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
I understood that reference.
I understood that reference as well, unfortunately.
I like this jam.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Thank God he's not fat.
Splendid.
All three.
Most splendid.
Oh god, he's got that
Allow me to
face though
introduce
with
myself.
the weird scale mustache.
I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Alright, I have my selection at the ready. Are you folks ready?
Same.
Yup.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
He said the word.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
What?
Forgive me, but were you expecting
Estinian's calling
musicians,
him out.
perhaps?
Maybe
There
a
are no
demon hunter?
performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
I think I know who we're about to meet.
As you wish.
There's only one option considering what we've got so far.
From the trailer, is what I'm
Yep.
thinking.
You travel as assistants
Oh,
to the
and-
students of Valdesian,
I remember this music.
but you are known to me.
Yeah, it's Heaven's Word music.
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra,
Petra or something?
and for years uncounted
Petra.
hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Vitra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes.
Set dressing.
And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Not again.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a
that's why he has red
simulacrum,
eyes.
constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my wit.
Okay, yep, see? It's a flesh puppet. I called that yesterday.
Why I felt the
Damn
presence
it,
of the
Rathian.
dragon upon our first meeting.
Huh.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radzat Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for
Killing
each
stuff
of
is
thy
what we do.
companions.
That it is.
And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
This is all very interesting.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be freaking great.
I worry, however, that even the 4 of us may be too few for what you have in mind.
And even the ones...
Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Already on the way out.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Silence, worm.
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
What a lad. Heck yeah. He was just on the way to already do the mission. So, before we continue,
Just out.
what?
I want to go in.
So Rads at Han has people capable of creating flesh golems and simulacrums of a sort like that? That's,
You mean the kid?
yeah.
Well, they are alchemists by nation trade,
I mean,
so...
that's true, but still, they're able to create, like, walking, like, people.
It's literally like Full Metal Alchemist vibes. Their alchemists can do fleshcraft.
That is interesting. This is
Also,
a very intriguing
The
nation.
combination of warding skills and Porksy undo buttons seems to have completely trivialized the enthrallment process.
Sort of. Yeah, if we can make it mass produced, but if it becomes in rare quantities, because remember, we need scales for more of those talismans. And whatnot.
There's no shortage of ROs.
Specifically the dragon scales.
Get the scythes ready. It's time for the culling.
No! Stop! Violence!
Hey, boom.
Hey,
You might want to reconsider that Fantasia.
I'm gonna talk with Urianger.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do your thing.
Yeah, that we should encounter one of the first brood in such a circumstance. Yeah, Justinian. If our course of action is decided, let's not tarry. Yep, alright, now I'm talking to Thancred. Clicking him in 3, 2, 1, clicking now. Our meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zolt. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing. Unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea.
But they
Nausea.
don't. Let's go one more. Get back again here.
Radiant Guardsman! My apologies, but given the city is currently in a state of alert, I cannot let you proceed past this point. What do you mean? You just let me... Okay. Alright. Can't even jump down here. Okay. Well, I guess we're, porting to,
Oh, look. Suddenly, it seems like my choice of mount was indicated by a hunch that I had.
Oh. I see. That we were
Make
gonna...
a little bit more sense why I suddenly was like, you know, I haven't read Midgardsormr in a while. Maybe I should bring that thing out.
That makes sense. Yeah. It all makes sense to me now. Alrighty. So, we're gonna go to Charlian. I'll foot the bill.
You better, Mr. Moneybags.
Oh my gosh, this is the most expensive teleport I've ever seen.
Actually, I kind of want to test something. I want to see if you guys get a teleport if I use the ticket.
How many of those tickets do you got left?
Enough.
76?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Interesting. So
Cool.
I can actually group teleport for free. And I know you have Aetheryte tickets, and you should probably set up the auto Aetheryte consumption for anything that's over 800 gil.
I don't have Aetheryte tickets. I just have Twin Adder Aetheryte tickets.
Oh, by the way, the base cost to go from Rods at Han to Charlian, even with the 40% priority Aetheryte pass, is still 966 gil.
That's ridiculous. Jeez. Oh boy, I get to listen to one of my favorite, like, in-themes ever.
Actually, while we're here, I'm changing this eye patch. Don't want to be pulling a boom where I can't see my face.
I love the music here so much. I love the the synth arpeggios in the background. They're not here currently, but I love the background synth arpeggios.
You can go inside, it doesn't trigger a cutscene.
Cool. Oh man. Alright. Tell me when you're at the spots. Oh, okay, okay. Alright. Talking with Istanian first. The conflict between Nidhogg and I is in the past, and though they were brothers, it has no bearing on my view of Vitra. Above all else, he is a leader of men, not an enemy. He would hardly dedicate his life to his endeavor if he bore our kind any ill will. True. Oriange. Vitra and his alchemist have prepared us for our foray into the tower. What we may accomplish within its twisted halls remaineth to be seen. The Darka Sodara languished in Telophoroi chains doth forewarn us of the nature of our foe. 'Tis the gods of Thalnea who will be summoned to thwart us. Alright, gonna click on Thancred. 3, 2, 1, clicking. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thalnea, we're back in Charlian. Take care not to catch our death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Oh. Huh. Thancred, I returned by way of Kite's experimental Aetheryte, yet I must say, it was far less taxing than our first attempt. And apparently, we need only ask if we wish to use it again. Now, I'm not terribly eager to repeat the experience, but if you're willing to test your ethereal fortitude for the sake of technological advancement, then who am I to stop you? Look. Yep. Alright. Time to support the nerd team.
Oh no, we have to suffer this music more.
Oh no. Right. Because that's the correct term. Yeah. Tranquility. What a nice name to pop up as this music kicks in.
Too short.
The way it works.
Alright, I'm over here. Wow. Kryl, I fear for your safety.
No potato survives the Endwalker.
You stop it. You stop it. Alright. I'm gonna click on Kryl. In 3, 2, 1. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Numenon, Sharlayon's greatest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Numenon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the great Kubal Library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Sharlayan is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Y'shtola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alice and Afino will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Sharlayan history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they've found some promising tomes. Happy reading! Oh man. Starting Final Fantasy XIV for my first time today. Got any tips? Prepare for a lot of story is my tips, and take things at your own time. And try not to get too distracted by other side things, because there's a lot of things in this game. Oh boy. There's a brightly colored book. Oh boy. Of course everyone goes to here first.
It's got a picture. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a picture boy! The title on the spine reads The Story of Sharlayan. Read the book.
I'll just listen to you read this.
Long, long ago, on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Yunkrep. Yunkrep was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Yunkrep's crew hauled them aboard his ark. But the danger had not yet passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Yunkrep wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Yunkrep gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers, and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast, where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island, and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time, it became the city of Sharlayan we live in to this day. Huh. The flood in America. I see. Red cover book. Roads of Old, the colony.
There's a lot of books here, Luke, that are not our quest. If you want to read them all, you can, but I can tell you the ones that are for the quest.
Oh, they all are lit up like quest objectives. So I don't know if we can continue to read them post-quest.
Good point. Roads of Old, the colony. Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliak in the Dravanian hinterlands, a Sharlayan colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students, hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlayan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Great Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Edelshire. The following chapters go on to introduce the most prominent features of Edelshire. This book does not appear to contain additional information in this forum to cover the history of the Sharlayan motherland in detail. I see. Move in this direction. Leatherbound tome. The voice of a growing city. In the years which followed the founding of Sharlayan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year of 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Sharlayan would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the Forum as we know it today, conceived and created. I see. Let's see, blue covered book. An Introduction to the Heavens. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain, in satisfactory detail, why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alak who came closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past, that their positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly but immeasurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? This book is on the wrong subject. Search for works which contain details on the forum, where I mention the history of Sharlayan. Interesting stuff. Well-worn manual. Forever 20 Summers. Seems like a fictional storybook. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I, too, once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19, or 23, or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthy living, you can extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you did pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, ethereological, and arcane viewpoint. This book is on the wrong subject. Move along. Okay. Let's see. This book has many scratches from a very specific McGalty. Time-worn tome. Stewards of Wisdom. During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Yunkrip, founder of Sharlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern Empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Sharlayans took to heart the words of their savior, and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth and coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Sharlayan would live by their founder's teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war, and with knowledge, deliver the world. You have gained a fundamental understanding of Sharlayan history and the foundation of the forum. Head outside to the rendezvous point and await your companions. Oh! I want to read a little more, though. Wait, where'd the rest go? Oh, wait, I did read all of them. Huh. Shoot. I'm gonna get this, point. Nice. I'm back. This is fascinating. The library of books. Hope answers help. Oh, that nice little dressing. Where you all at? Oh, you're waiting for me. Wow. You actually have a studious... That's a nice look. Studious glam. What the frick? What the frick? Give me a moment. Oh, right, that's a thing I needed to change. We apologize for the inconvenience, but the reference desk is currently experiencing an unusually high volume of requests. Please stand by until this issue is resolved. Okay. The way that text was written. What the heck?
Reminds me of near text.
A little bit. Oh, down here. Destination. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, clicking. Reference desk is the server at the moment. Sorry, were you waiting long? Yeah, a whole day actually. I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphinaud and Cryle should be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mention the final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim it through as quickly as we dare, and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed us that even if Alphinaud and I were to return to Sharlayan, we were not to be allowed to cross the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. What of you, Gra, huh? Have you been to visit your family? Or do they not live here in the city? My situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Sharlayan, yes, but I was born further away. I love this thing, oh my gosh. In the southern reaches of Ilzabad, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, a coastal region opposite the island of Thavnair. The Allegans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eosia. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allegan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Gallian rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald named the region Locus Amunis. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. I remember hearing that name before. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allegan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allegan eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales. The decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born with the Allegan eye, I was given over to the custody of friends and the students of Baldessian, who had me registered as a Sharlayan citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by the Archon Louisois, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Sharlayans than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, we outsiders can even learn the vaunted title of Archon, or earn it, rather. This is exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Lucia. More company should be arriving at any moment now.
It's a strange way to say my name.
Egohita. Eri. What's up, girl? Hi, anything else to say? What else do I know of Corvos? Corvos? Precious little, I'm afraid. I've not returned since Master Gala first brought me here. I can tell you that Corvosi rebels still seek to slip the yoke of their Imperial Masters, though the fighting is far less fierce than it once was. Oh, and they have carpets! Flying carpets! The legends are quite extraordinary. Well, that's something! Huh, Alice? There were others better suited for poring over old history books, so I thought I'd try my luck with more recent events. If I can find anything to better inform the Fawn's baffling behavior. Yeah. Alright, clicking on the destination. 3, 2, 1.
Minicron tried to block my click.
He sure did.
Little rat. Or what?
Excuse me. We've returned with our selections. Although, I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Kryl has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days come from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarot firsthand, and I fear I may be overlooking critical details. Oh yeah, I guess I can tell you that. Everything was on fire. Why, thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, What kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? Complete destabilization of creation magic, primals of unrivaled power were summoned from the ether. The worst kind of phenomena you can ever imagine.
Yeah, more lollipops.
I got my selection ready. Y'all got yours?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. A complete destabilization of creation magics. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. That's more or less aligned with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. We surely surmise that the closest or known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? Alphanol, you can answer this one! They say it began with a keening sound from the land itself. The entire... Okay, I got my answer. Y'all got yours?
Yeah.
Alright. Going in 3, 2, 1. They say it began with a keening sound from the land itself. Ah, yes. The Almoting spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course. Just as we were into the midst of the madness. But it seems that each and every one of the catastrophes was preceded by this ominous noise. Eventually it resounded all across the star. Not even Amrot was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of Numenon's Mehmets and ask after any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? I got my answer. Yours?
Before we click, this very much kind of reminds me of the Horn of Gabriel.
Horn of Gabriel.
Or the trumpet, Gabriel's trumpet. It's the sound before the apocalypse.
Yes.
The herald of the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alrighty. 3. Oh, wait. Eric, you got yours?
Yes.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Clicking now. The Summon Zodiac. Yes, with Elidipus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how a Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render into Zodiac, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might they have, had Vana and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Heidelin. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Telophori truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs. Is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Ystrola, but this time we began studying these research papers. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of pondering going on right now.
A lot of
And
pondering.
I see a lack of orb.
Lack of orb. Dang it. Looks like Graha says the same thing. Alias says the same thing. And Kryl. It really is comforting that to have all these dedicated assistants on hand. Right then, enough chatting, more reading. Harvey. Many forum members are also researchers or professors. If they know aught of the final days, then that knowledge might surface in their writing. That is my hope, anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna click on the destination. Y'all ready?
Already did.
3, 2, 1, clicking.
So many
No.
bunnies here.
Yes.
No.
I approve.
On the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced 402 possibly useful books, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Orion Jace learned of the source's reflections from the Gerum oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Kubal Library. It is even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. Sounds like a Yoko Taro work. It stands to reason, then, that my colleagues, be they Archons or Counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted a Master of Oceanol with knowledge of the Telophori and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they pose a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Most likely. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Dang it! I gotta read!
I might have a method. If it were me, and not scripted events, I may just, put my scythe to his throat and say, "You're really interested in survival. Let's make a deal. I don't swing left, and you tell me what's going on."
You labor for what feels like an age as you still as research assistant. I'm glad we skipped through this.
What does Y'shtola read? Doesn't she sense aether?
Yeah, she can sense the aether in the ink. Well, that and you were acting as her assistant, so maybe she can't read all of the books and you had to read what she couldn't.
Yeah, I was chosen to lead, not to read. Alice is just stretching. Graha is reading. Your efforts to gain Graha's attention. Yeah, your efforts to gain Graha Tia's attention go unnoticed. He appears to be lost in his reading. Half an hour. I felt a note of interest so far. I think Y'shtola might be right about not getting our hopes up. Oh jeez. The books don't do anything. Holy frick, Y'shtola's just a stack of books. Y'shtola? Thanks for your help, but I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. If I were you, I'd still a few quiet moments for myself. Yeah, that'd be nice. Kryl? Oh wait, no, I gotta click Kryl for the progression. Are y'all ready?
Yep.
See.
Clicking Kryl. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? Yeah. The day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a moment at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Hitting the books. Dang. Well, this whole arc is complete. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. Kryl. Well, I did find one paper focused on the world before the advent of the first Umbral calamity, but it reads more like a work of fanciful fiction than an actual academic supposition. Oh. Alright. Going to Alice. Clicking here in 3, 2, 1, clicking. Alice appears in desperate need of a study break. Accept. Ready for a tea break, Lucia? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables. And I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good.
She said coffee. Let's go.
You freaking poured it out of reality for that.
Yeah, coffee.
Don't go yet. Don't go. Dang it. Okay. All right. Looks like we're going to.
I'm not your teleport monkey.
I love this music.
Not teleport monkey.
Are you now? Just waiting on one another.
Not teleport monkey.
What's up, Alice? That's toxic. Alright, clicking on Alice. 3, 2, 1, go. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlatan that no gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telophoroi. Might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Alice is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Alice behind by entering a different area, putting too much distance between you, or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Alice accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. It's cold outside. Hey, son of a gun, this person's a jerk. What?
A jerk, you say?
Yeah, clicking on him now. What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Telophoroi. These enemies of peace have promised to an end to all we hold dear. And wait, you're that House Levier girl, aren't you? This woman with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to that rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I'm not to say for the likes of you. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Lucia. Yeah. I'm gonna talk with Alice. Someone here at the cafe should be willing to speak with us. Let us look around. Did I not make myself clear? Away with you. Let me dine in peace. Jeez. Hermanyard. My friend and I were just discussing the mockery and the practice of black magic. Did you know that... Wait, is it afternoon already? How long have we been sitting here? I know that feeling. Akisa, you work here, don't you? Welcome. Step right in. If you've placed your order, find yourself a seat and we'll be along shortly. Cool. Gisla. What's up? Lacazette featured a piece about a so-called champion of Eorzea. Oh! They say this barbaric hero has prevailed in a multitude of battles, like some avatar perfected violence. It's almost uncanny how closely you match the given description. What an odd coincidence. Wow. I don't like this place. Sweet tortilla. Oven-baked lobster is one of the last stand's most famous dishes. The flavor is said to be phenomenal, but unfortunately so is the price. Shoot. Where do we go? Oh, over here up north. Oh no, Starbucks in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes. Chaotic, that is Poogie from Monster Hunter.
Yes.
We lovingly refer to it as Poggy.
Yes, we do. Hey, Lucron, my friends and I managed to make it to the level 82 course before we took a break. We're liking it so far. Have you and your friends gone to Thavnir yet? We have gone to Thavnir. That's where we started off at.
Oh no, what an unfortunate name.
It's true.
What? Oh no. Oh!
Dick on? Or is dick off?
Welcome to the last stand. As the final, and some say only, bastion of fine dining in Charlian. We guarantee a quality culinary experience found nowhere else in the city. I bet.
Do you think he gets personally offended when people tell him to fuck off?
Wow. Alright, see ya, Dickon. Hey, Hildwas.
When life gives you a licking.
No! No! You stop! No!
Oh man, I'm gonna have to come back here and write like 50 more lines for this guy.
Oh my gosh. You're ruthless. Yeah? How do I spoke with her. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telofra and their unconscionable plans. My goodness, if it isn't the young Missy Levier. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum. I've already reached Master Fortunal that I was helping you. I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. How very nice. I have a way to say now. I do not wish to give offense, but your companion is a well-known figure in the city. And you never know who might be watching. Alice, well, the customers have been decidedly uncooperative. Maybe the staff will be more willing to answer our questions. Hey, we're about to... I apologize for my friends, Dickon. How it goes?
I don't.
Oh, no. I clicked on him. Welcome, madam. What can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mistress Alice I see there? Oh, what? How long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the Last Stand. He's the owner. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studium. Oh, that seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphanos had set sail to Eosia, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything's alright at home? It's complicated. I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Levier. No matter how discreet Master Fortunal may have been, news of your family's doings may never stay secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now, of all times? We have questions, and only Charlian has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days?
Master Dickon.
Wonder what he stirs the drinks with.
My lord, would you stop?
Never.
What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlian, are you? Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? I get to work at Starbucks! Yay! That's the spirit. What? What'd you say?
What?
I missed. What did you just say?
You don't want to know.
That's the spirit. Pay attention now, and I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them, you should see a Mikote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain it again. Good luck. What else? Any troubles? Remember, the tea set goes to the group by the water. The omelet is for Gisla, a Highlander woman sitting outside with her friend. Last but not least, our famous lobster goes to the Mikote man seated directly behind those two ladies. Well, let's see. Do I have something for this? Or did I replace it? I might have something for this. Okay. Herminyard. You work here, don't you? I'm still waiting on that charming little tea set. Sitting at the cafe table. Tea set. Here you go. Oh, my tea set. How lovely. Thank you. Hey, do you know anything about the apocalypse? The Talafa, who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them, or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practices in the 6th Astral Era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. I see. Alright. You guys are over at Smitatia. Oh, you already far past. Isla? Gods above, I'm starving! I've never known the service to be this slow. Oh, jeez, here, have the omelet. Here you go. Ah, finally. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in, no time to waste. 2, 4, 6, 8. What? That's Lofroy? Oh, yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. Led to some grand claim about the end days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best to stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice. I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Smitatia, anything else? Gods, the anticipation! I've heard it melts in your mouth like the most succulent roast I've ever made. Cafe table. Urbane banter with a smile. Hey, let's talk a little bit. Hey, you know about the apocalypse? You don't need to butter me up, you know. Already ordered one of the most expensive things on the menu. Okay. Here, have the oven-baked lobster. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine! You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. Hey, so anyway, about that apocalypse ordeal. The final days? It's the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. A gleaner? Huh? I don't know what a gleaner is. They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world, procuring things that we haven't got here in Charlian. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named for those folk who trail after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is the most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Telophorai make good on their audacious threats, the many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. Huh. I've wanted to try this meal ever since I saw it served at another table. Oh, the aroma alone was worth every gill I scraped together. Yeah, you enjoy your meal. Alright, let's be on our way. Let's see. What's up? Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? We've got a few opinions here and there, and they're quite adamant on the neutrality thing. Interesting. They seem unaware of that final days, aside from whatever vague news the Gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the Forum does have secret knowledge, and they've done an impressive job of ensuring that no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, the cup of coffee I promised. Oh. But let's...
I didn't get any coffee. You liar!
But let's enjoy our drinks somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongues.
I've been had.
Get had. Maybe if you didn't make fun of Dickin so much, he might have given you a coffee.
Listen, all of Dickin's sauce is handmade.
Wow. 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 Talking to Alice. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, they should do nicely. Oh my gosh! Stop it! Yes, they should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight.
I better get this emote now.
When our father disowned us,
Oh,
I couldn't believe
voiced.
what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been, how being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Music stopped. Sus.
Smugglers. All of those rowboatmen are exactly the
They must be
same.
ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
Do we get to go there as the first zone?
A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
They're probably saving
safety
stuff.
bunker.
Wait,
It's the end times bunker.
didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Oh.
It's time to get swimming.
I can hold my breath for a very long time.
I can't. Lucia can, though.
Like, they're giving us literally one teleport of Gil each time.
I mean, it works out,
Yeah.
I guess. Alright, clicking on Alice. Alice is excited to share your revelations. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Numenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back.
I heard that giggle.
Stop it!
Dick cups.
Stop it! What are you doing to me?
Well, I mean, technically, a dick cup is a real thing. It's for sporting, so that way if you get nutted by like a baseball or something, you don't go completely like 12 octaves higher and hit the deck. Although the thought of drinking coffee from a dick cup now makes me want to hurl.
Stop it!
I think he got the title of Master Dickon.
Oh my god.
Do you
None of this is making it in the video, by the way.
I'm just thinking of all the fishing titles and stuff. It's the Masturbator Dickon.
Stop it.
I can't help it.
Graha Tia. Is that coffee I smell? Did I miss the tea break?
Stomach.
Half an hour. Where is Alice? I thought she was with you. She should be along shortly, I guess. You still there? My loyal assistant returns. There's a lexicon on the first floor that I need you to... Ah, you found something, haven't you? She was immediately about to set it to work. Alright, clicking on Kryl. Clicking on Kryl. Welcome back, Lucia. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners.
Voice?
No. Unfortunately.
Oh.
It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As you should have observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Lucia and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Tlofuroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance, they saw fit to unanimously deny Eosia's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. A fine idea! What should we expect down there? Anything better will be better than burying my head in another dusty... Alright, I got my answer. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
Clicking in 3, 2, 1. What should we expect down there? Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Well, thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. We could just walk in there? I thought it'd be a lot more secretive.
And when? Zip.
Zip.
Zip, zoop, zap, zip.
What's up,
I
Alice?
am not your teleport monkey.
Hi, Alice. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow Alice and try not to fall behind. Off we go, then.
Here we go.
This is a brisk walk.
That's not even RP walk.
How is this brisk?
Somebody needs to apply heavy.
It's pleasant here amongst the trees, but we really should move along.
You can't even RP walk backwards that slow.
This is over this way.
Try to keep up.
Now we run. Try to keep up.
No, you. Watch her
Keep to the
suddenly
path.
pop sprint.
Straight ahead. She's like glitching a little bit, like staggering.
Doesn't do that for me.
No, same here.
Up here. Alright, go in this direction.
Zoop.
Zoop. The Rostra. Not far now.
I think this is going exactly where I thought it would be going. The
Yep.
elevator.
I tried
Yep.
to go to the elevator earlier. It said it was out of service.
Yeah. I did it yesterday, and that was the theory that I had came to.
Here we are. Through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Yeah, I tuned to it.
Not teleport monkey. Yeah, you can use Airy.
Hey, Alice. You didn't take a wrong turn in the Rostra there, did you? I heard the forum would take too kindly to you barging into our private session. Oh no, we can just walk in the front door of their whole friggin' senate. It's fine. Alpha now? Well, I've not been to a labyrinthos in the longest time. Even as a student, my visits were few and far between. You still there? How did the forum learn of the final days, and how exactly how much do they know? More to the point, what do they intend to do about it? Hopefully the answer to at least one of those questions lies below. Yeah. Kryl! Clicking on Kryl. I already did. Well, here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right. Everyone onto the lift, and down we go.
Conveniently not out of service anymore. Wow. It's crazy how that works.
Crazy.
Scripted. Fake. Pre-recorded.
New music!
Deep beneath the scholar's city
Oh, it's
shines a
nighttime.
false sun within a fabricated sky.
Wait, what? Shines?
In any age
Became
exist
at the wrong
those
time.
who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves.
We sure did.
And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
Cabins.
Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
A northern empty. Labyrinthos.
I still hope Deep Dungeon's done here.
I'm curious about that, actually.
Those would be books.
No, a labyrinth. Maze-style Deep Dungeon.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Housing.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Echo?
Did you call to me just now? Oh, how odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Somebody find Raha. He's playing stuff with the Crystal Tower again.
You can mount. I like the city already.
Nice. This place is freaking huge. What the frick? Why?
Skyline is so cool. The nighttime theme is not annoying, thank God. Hey, it's the Wabbit.
Indeed.
Oh, hey.
Oh, this mountain doesn't belong in here.
Hey, Alphino. Excuse me, are you a gleaner? Gleaner? If you don't mind, I have some questions to ask. I'm going to assume he's saying something along the lines of, "Get lost, scrub."
It's chair time. This is what it is.
Cryol. Most of those gathered here appear to be cleaners. Why don't you wander around and try making small talk? I would, but there's a sightseeing log over here.
Hey, Dobby.
Ooh, I like the melody. Stella? Nay, I'm not shirking my duties. I have not been down here in an age. I wish to get my bearings before I went bumbling about. What I can see, however, there is not obviously out of place. It seems we shall have to resort to discreet inquiries as usual. What the heck is this?
This map is quite big.
It is very big.
Dobbin. Oh. Wait. I clicked on Dobbin over here. Whoops. Did you already talk to everyone, folks?
No.
Oh.
You can voice them, go for it.
Okay. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books. And ore. And fauna. If I need hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so. They take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, go and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. With no warning at all, this mess gets dropped on our laps. Order from on high! Orders from on high! Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. Big expansion. You exchanged the dominant tell you about taking stock in Labyrinthos. Soon, as the guild sent out the summons, I knew there would be a tough job. Never call on us out of the blue or anything for anything easy. Yep. On the chair, huh?
It's comfy.
Okay.
Well, you gotta copy me, though.
Guys. I look like I'm in trouble.
Oh. There's a sightseeing log here.
Not a lot, though, over here. I only just started as a leader. Huh?
I thought you had asked if I had talked to everybody already. If you want to break from reading stuff, just say so. I can either read and or voice act the male characters. I do not have a feminine enough voice.
I know.
And I'm not going to try to put one on.
I know. I'm talking with this little guy. I only started as a cleaner, so I don't mind handling menial chores. And experience is good experience, right? I'll do whatever it takes, so that one day they'll trust me with those veteran requests that take you all over the world. They actually gave these people a different type of accent. So I already talked with Dobbin over there to the west. I know my directions. I'm about to talk with Teve.
I've now talked with everybody here.
Oh, let me think. The area siege should be item 1058, Cuban siege 1059, snowberry 1060, whatever 60, 1061. My head feels like it's stuffed with mocha grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the curd and carrots for the Girabanian carrots? What then? Your exchange with Teve has taught you about large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthos. Anything else? Huh? So 2023 was Lanosian topsoil? Then 2024 was from Thanaland? With a shroud. I got a shroud in my bags if you want to. Oh wait, no. You just count. Never mind. Erinville. Eden. You're here to help or give me more headaches. Because you don't have the look of a cleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chat either. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble that crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Your exchange with Ironvale has taught you about exhausted cleaners. I bet. Those little devils are quick as sin and twice as hard to catch. I suppose I'd better start searching. Yep. Going back and talk with Cryle. I'm gonna click on Cryle. Y'all ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna click 3, 2, 1, clicking. Any luck, Lucia? What tales did the Gleaners have to tell? They're taking stock of large shipments and they're freaking exhausted about it. So this grand operation began without warning. For every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The Forum is definitely up to something. And they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. What else, Cryle? Cryle appears lost in thought. Except, we would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If you're game, Lucia, I have an idea. What's up? Didn't one of the cleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps, if you were to help him catch such creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this cleaner here. We can compare our notes afterwards. Happy hunting!
I feel like us kneeling down to talk to her on that moment was a little bit belittling. And not because it's a clever pun.
Terribly sorry to disturb you. I need us to submit this report of mine, and quickly. It's a bit overdue. Could you remind me of the approximate date of the guild ship was enlisted to help facilitate this most recent operation? Again.
Too far below you.
Wow. Wow. Hitakiri Banzai. Hi, watching for Japan. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hello. Nice seeing you. Edenville. Talking to him. Need help with the marmots? Wish to help me find the marmots? I'm not suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. Heck yeah, I'll help. The name is Erenville, friend. Specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nagyan marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. But be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot! Or you.
Troll.
I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck! Alright, head in this direction. You said you saw a troll? Amon?
You'll see him too.
Amon!
It's very trolly.
Huh.
Are they wearing pantyhose?
Dude, that's just their scaled bottoms. Where are there? These are interesting torches. Yeah, I found a grizzled mouse over here. I like this melody. It's gone now.
Boom's getting punched by a troll. Where are you going,
dear.
Boom? Mouse is over here.
Aether,
Oh my gosh.
Aether wind. It's guarded by trolls.
The ether trolls.
Actually guarded by trolls.
It actually is. Alright, let me help you out here.
That's not an aether one, that's an aether current.
It's windy.
It's windy. Alright.
Also, can we try not to get too distracted by aether currents this time? Since we can just do them off stream.
Right there!
Hunted coyote. He's wailing. He's ripping your neck.
Oh god. Harvest Moon destroys.
There's another one.
It's my first time using Haunted Moon or Harvest Moon, and it was on a feral coyote.
Barely have you ready the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. Oh boy. More marmot hunting. YouTube hates this place. Oh gosh. Grizzled mouse. Pew. Okay, it's dead. Hunting troll. Okay, it's pew. Finger guns. I gotcha.
Squeak squeakers.
Squeak squeakers. Squeakums. Frickin' grab it by the face and jam it in the bag. Dang it. The rodent nimbly evades her grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. Dang it! Oh dear, it's a troll.
Gonna be a dead troll here in a second.
It could be.
Did it just heal? Oh, it reset.
The Harvest Moon only did 5%. That's kind of impressive.
It did 10. It instantly reset.
Oh. Still, that's a lot less than what we're having to deal with right now. Get the mouse! Bag him! Well prepared for its speed this time. You succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Heck yeah! We bagged him.
Bag him and tag him.
Pretty foggy.
It is a little foggy, isn't it?
Ooh. But it's a different kind of fog. It's actually like cloud fog. Because there's patches that you can see through.
Yeah. Huh.
That's a better... This is advanced fog. This is like RTX on fog.
Wait, the fog suddenly disappeared when you go in here.
What?
Fog's gone, I guess.
Maybe the weather... Oh, no, there it is. It must be some type of like an instancing thing for this section.
Huh. Hey, Aaronville. Talking to him. How'd you fare? Tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. We found the 1! Sack holds up the plump, wriggling form of one greatly annoyed grizzled mouse. I'm the one that's annoyed! Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. Fed up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. But my thanks. What are we doing? Okay, I have my answer. You have yours?
Yep.
Alright. Clicking in 3, 2, 1. What will you do with the marmots now? That's for the forum to decide. They are the guiding authority behind the labyrinthos, after all. And this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. Ah, there you are, Lucia. Is this the gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Yep. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Cryal of the Students of Bardessian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Take care. Did you learn anything from your new friend there? Well, the Forum is preparing for the long haul.
Suddenly day!
It's suddenly day! So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered that when the operation has begun, the Forum contacted the Gleaners Guildship and put the people to this great work some 4 days after the Telothroi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telothroi declaration was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archaeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Uh-oh. Kyle! What's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaeon. We followed the path east, through the forest, where you were chasing after the mouse. Or Marmot, was it? Anyway, it is the trolls you need to watch out for.
It's always the trolls.
Always the trolls. Whoa, daytime theme.
I don't know, is it going to start that? Yep. It's like a very whimsical clockwork sound.
Yeah. Interesting vibe. Huh. Whoa. Gosh, it's neat how they made an artificial sun like that. This is a very interesting place as a premise.
Actually, we're surrounded by some rare specimens. Wait.
Y'shtola?
I know this theme.
You do? Oh. I know it too.
I'm having PTSD. All of my 5, 6, 7 roulettes coming back to haunt me.
I'm curious why it would be playing here.
What is it? I don't recognize it.
The Great
Grubba Library?
No, it's the Anti-Tower.
Or the other.
Y'shtola?
I hate that dungeon.
This is the foremost material archive in Sharlayan. I would love to explore its treasures shelf by shelf, but I fear we have little time for such indulgences. Alice? Will you caught in mist on your way here? That the sprayers keep the air humid, so the habitat feels as close as possible to a natural forest. Ah, so that's what those were. Don't worry about me. I'm hale and healthy. In fact, I'm beginning to suspect that... Nay, let's discuss this later. The investigation demands our undivided attention. Who's fighting? And why? Why did you slay it? Why would you have done this? I'm going to speak with Alpha now.
Mind your own business.
Okay. I'm gonna click on him. Art thou ready?
Pretty vine. I don't know. Yes.
Alright. Gonna click on him in 3, 2, 1.
Behold!
Behold!
More Scions!
The Archion. As Numenhon serves as Sarlian's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archion contains a physical history of Sharlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. I see. Libraries. That's a fancy design. Huh. Clicking on Alphino again. Clicking on 3, 2, 1. Alphino is gazing into the Archion with an appraising look. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian.
This building slightly reminds me of the pyramids from Guild Wars 2 with the Asura.
It does a little bit, don't it? Huh. Talking to him. Oh boy.
Voiced?
I know.
Greetings. We're here to peruse the Archion's vaults. Peruse? You're clearly not gleaners, then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldessian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Huh. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time it will be too late. And we are so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Students of Baldessian.
His eyebrows were clipping through his eyelids, and I'm not happy about it.
I'm not happy about his face either. Alfie, what do you have to say? The Forum must be wary of exposure indeed to so heavily restricted use of public institutions. Yeah, Alice, if they're going to close off facilities, then they ought to announce it. The students must be furious. Oh yeah. Cryle? Labyrinthos is constructed in the shape of a mortar. This upper layer is called the outer circuit, and the medial circuit lies one tier below us. Where'd y'all go? Where are you going?
I'm looking for sightseeing logs.
Don't get distracted by aether currents, Boom.
There's a difference between him reading 5 NPCs text and me looking around a corner.
Alright, click on Yishtala. 3, 2, 1. We're at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. but I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by a heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them to them on the lift. Okay, let's see. Where we are, doctor. Oh, bone weary worker. Over here. Everyone's splitting up. There's something out there.
No?
Can't jump over these, it's bugging me. Jump, jump, jump. What the frick? There's a tire out there.
Is it?
Alright. Let's talk with the bone weary worker.
Oh yeah, there's a small lip.
Oh. What's
Peacock
that?
Butt.
What's that? Peacock butt. Take you down on the lift with me. Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a Glenna fellow out there at the gate, the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down out below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Are you sure you don't want to take us? Please, even talking is an effort. Go and bother that gleaner I told you about. I feel that, man. Radio. Bemused student, what's up? Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archaeon, even though we found. Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Modest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archaeon is open again. What are you giggling about?
I was just thinking of all of the various funny things that could be in the box, and then my brain immediately just went, "What's in the box?"
Oh, what's in the box? Me, a student. At first, we thought it might have escaped from one of our research laboratories. But when we reported our find to the studio, they were just as dumbfounded as we were. If it truly is a newly discovered species, we could have our names appear in the Gazette. It's tempered! It's probably
I just assume everything is a marmot now.
Yeah, everything's a marmot. I could give it a different squeal next time we get to see it.
Just make it sound like a goblin.
What does that even sound like? I don't think I've ever heard a goblin speak, come to think of it.
Little tiny Tim British kid.
Yeah, what are you buying?
It's kobold. Edenville, what's up?
Okay, sorry, a little Welsh kid then.
Quiet, go frighten it away. I'm being attacked, man. Pew.
Where are you?
Finger guns. Finger guns. Edenville. Oh dear, you've ascended. Edenville. Clicking on him. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. The Limuscauda? Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. Cloud and I need to capture us close. Very close. Okay, I can help capture it. You should help me with this too. You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds. The one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry is a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with a sleeping dart. Okay. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim my quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. I won't miss. Oh boy. Search your surroundings for the hornbill. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out, target the hornbill, and use the blowgun with the mouse button. Oh boy. Look at all these marmots. It's a large red bird. Small green bird. Large beaked green bird. Large green bird. Now where is our friend? I don't see him, unfortunately. What if I just hit everything?
Don't hit the small one.
Why?
Or the medium one with the big parrot beak is the wrong one.
What does this do? You have sedated the wrong bird. Failed. Oh, so it's just a fail. I don't get any funny quips. I did that one on purpose.
It's the large green bird.
I had a feeling.
It's a model I haven't seen yet, that's why I shot it. New rare species. Kill it.
It's dead. The dart wasn't sleeping. It was poisonous.
No, it's a sleeping dart. It's drowning now because you shot it in the water.
The cutscene after is voiced.
Oh,
Oh, I get to hear his voice? Oh. Heck yeah! It's drowning!
A fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Voiced side character? Possible B character?
There you are. Any new revelations?
There's someone has a box that I'm concerned about.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill?
Yes.
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
They're going deeper.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Yep, they're going deeper.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Oh.
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation.
They might be trying to simulate the tempering thing.
Judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research.
Cutscenes are off from ours.
I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately
Put
via
us
the
in the
lift.
box.
I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
You should jump!
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Well, shoot! So we've got another alternative. On the way down. Oh gosh. Y'all are already on the way over there. What are you doing?
Too slow.
What?
I don't think what we saw is fog. I think it's something from the land or something.
It's a humidifier.
Could be.
Like these things. These lamps. The torches. No, lamps. They're lamps with humidifiers built in. You stole them? The medial circuit, which Aaronvale mentioned, is the tier directly below us. Unlike the lowest level of Labyrinthos, with its rigid security, one can usually roam the middle layer quite freely. Let us see what we might find. Alice? I took a quick peek inside, but it's awfully dark in there. A little bit. Cryo? I never would have noticed this cave on my own. I think the scholar that Aaronvale knew of it, and that you were there to persuade him to share. Yeah? Alright. Gonna talk with Alfie. Plugging on 3, 2, 1, go. This must be it. The entrance to the mine shaft. It is faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, do you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Cool. Avi. Man-made though it may be, this shaft was designed to resemble a natural cave system. Heed Aaronvale's warning, and do step carefully. What are you doing? You're killing out their food sources.
Hungry.
Kyle? I'd say the same thing. Ishtala. Say the same thing. Alright, gonna talk with Alice. Did you already talk with Alice?
No, I'll do it in a second. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're wiping out an endangered species.
That he is.
What species?
Wow. Wow. Alice seems eager to get underway. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. 33rd facet. Cave systems. Wow!
Big cave.
This is a big cave, and it's kind of ominous that it's just quiet here, no music.
Air music.
You do?
Yeah, it's just the daytime theme.
Now it's kicking in. I wasn't hearing it for a while. You sense a hostile presence. Redeem! AoE! It's a mythor cap. We're getting eaten by fungi. We're attacked by fungi.
There's a fungus among us.
There's a fungus among us. Oh god. The medial circuit. Why do we have to stand and take a look there? Why? Why was that necessary? That's a weird aggro sound effect. Destination. Like, why is it necessary that we need to stop and look? It's just a cave. Oh dear. There's a lot of things here. Finger guns. Cool. So that's dead. Hey, I'm back since finally lunch break. Hey, welcome back, Cogent Summoner. Frankenbeasts? Maybe. That's an idea. Huh.
Is this a different theme now?
It's still daytime. Ishtala! That mine shaft was infested with mithril caps. Some sort of research project, I wonder. I suppose they are a most unusual creature. Why do they develop such long limbs when all they do is shuffle about narrow tunnels? It's a good question. I kind of want experience with this. How'd I say? Lucia, did you know Cryo almost took a tumble back there? She can't possibly still be dizzy from the lift. Uh-oh. Cryo? I was being careful, I swear. The slope was steeper than I thought, and I lost my footing for a moment, that's all. I'm not injured if you don't count my pride. I'll count it. I'll count that as an injury. Alfie? What's up? Jody? Where you going? Huh. Alright. Alfie. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Evanville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see.
Careful, guys. The bushes have mouths.
What?
You're not wrong.
My memories of this place are a touch hazy, but if we keep to the path heading north, then we should eventually arrive at a farm of some kind. Huh. Pew. 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 That's
unsettling. Oh my god, I keep this form while mounted!
Nice. Huh.
You can mount while enshrouded.
Interesting.
That could provide for some nice screenshots.
It could. It could. Victor Barros. Hey, Lucron, how's Prog going? It's going. It's going. A little tired, but it's going. Destination. Looking. I already clicked the destination? Oh, right. I never did the countdown.
You started doing it, and then I clicked it, so...
My bad.
Tough. It's raining.
It do be raining.
Weird-looking grapes.
I love my 8-polygon grapes.
Subtract 6 from that.
Aha! Now I know where we are. This is Mario Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. Ah, frick. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruit of their research goes to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes that might make it to the Agora. Fruit so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no cleaners hereabouts. Yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. So it's possible they know something of the Foreign's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? Yeah. See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Okay, well, Cryo, what do you have to say? A field full of ripe vegetables left to rot on the vine. Not a single picker hard at work. Clearly, procuring readily available fresh food is not the Foreign's priority. Interesting. So they're just kind of leaving it here then. Wait. Alice is over here. I'm told this card holds the harvest meant for the larders here. Nothing out of the ordinary. What? What do they say? Jepka, I'm going to talk to you through a wall. Oh, hello there! We weren't expecting visitors. Not with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? I climbed down through the caves of death. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields. But I'm afraid the Forum had us filing order list that's a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests. Literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first started this reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Surprisingly strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer.
I have a theory that has evolved from all of this now. Further.
Oh? A theory? What would that be?
You familiar with the Svalbard seed vault?
No.
It's a global bunker where they keep seeds from every single plant known to man, egg samples from every animal. Like, it's a massive real-world bank of biological samples and seeds. In case of there's, like, an extinction level event. We would be able to replenish those species and whatnot. I'm getting a huge combination of Svalbard Global Seed Vault mixed with Ark, like Noah's Ark. And as soon as I put those two things together, I'm like, so are we like going to the moon to escape the end times, and the Shorelands are trying to build essentially an Ark / Svalbard seed bank combo, and they're just gonna ferry off everything they need to survive, like hardy, high yield animals, plants that can fertilize soil, plant species and animals that purify water because they're gonna need to recycle water.
Do you remember? You played a lot of Halo, right, Luke?
Yeah.
You remember the librarian who repopulated everyone after the Halo rings fired?
Sort of, yeah.
It could be similar to that, and I'm basing it off of the trailer when he says, "No matter what happens, we'll survive."
And he emphasized we must. Yeah, I was thinking about that line as well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Back on to the MSQ.
Huh. Jeb, visit us again when the lift is back in normal operation. I just hope we'll have all new crops to show you by then, but we probably won't. Huh. Half an hour. And so you spent years researching those high-yield cultivation techniques? Just mid-conversation. Epic gun? Of course, the light of the artificial sun is not so brilliant as the real one. However, it allows us to grow crops without having to worry about inclement weather or changing the seasons, making the results of experimentation much more consistent. I see. Overwhelmed laborer. Do I have to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. And it's a stack of crates atop the hill over there. God, Holly, the lot up the slope was a job and a half. Jeez. Right, back to it then. Once I'm done here, I think I'll take some fresh fruit to the last stand and then have them whip me up a dessert. Well, you can just do that and have them bring it over there, and they're like, hey, well, I'll make it for you if you can bring the ingredients. That's interesting. Great Harvester, what's up? What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. But it's surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north gave way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transitioned into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is never contested, as you might suspect. It used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it to Locus Arminus. Oh. From saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. So this is what Garhatia's home would look somewhat like. Huh. Once we pick the fruits, we'll need to take cuttings. Rather a lot of them, in fact. I wonder if they're planning to grow a new vineyard somewhere.
Martha's Vineyard. What's up, Boom?
Hey, what's that dragon from?
Hades.
Oh.
Looks sick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Shoot. Checking the stacked boxes. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports.
This is going to be voiced, because I know what cutscene this is going to be.
Near flowers.
Oh gosh.
Hane's thing.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
What?
But they're more than pretty flowers.
Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Oh, there's a Matoya theme.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Yeah, these are pretty flowers.
Yeah, these are very pretty flowers. Very rare.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
I have a feeling those flowers are going to be important later on.
They
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
The flowers were in the trailer.
Yeah, I remember.
Isn't that the entrance to the Archaean? Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Yeah?
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Frickin' Flo.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all... Cryo?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Carl's acting sus.
A little bit.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Yeah, that's how short you were.
I can almost reach you.
What?
She's so short she can reach the flowers.
Those flowers are linked to Heidelin in some way. Ever since Kryl came down here, she's been having some form of echo that she's not being transparent about.
Alphina? Feels wrong to spy on Erenville, how far as he's been, but what other choice do we have? Odyssey? Let's get after him already! We've waited too long as it is! Sure. Kryl? Forgive me, my attention has been elsewhere. We were following Erenville, weren't we? Yeah. Y'shtola? I clicked on Y'shtola. Is Kryl still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Right. Y'shtola? Did you see which way Erenville went? Probably just straight forward down the path. Alphina? Says the same thing. Go. Okay. Alright, I'm ready to click on Alice. Are you all ready?
Yep.
Clicking on Alice. 3, 2, 1, go. Alice is not about to let Erenville out of her sight. Erenville was headed westwards along the path outside the Archaon. Come, we can still catch him.
Wasn't the entire point not to implicate him, and now we're gonna go talk to him?
Coming down. Alright, we're all here. Alphina? It seems Y'shtola wishes to have a word with us. They say? We're falling too far behind. This damned mist won't help matters. Kryl? I can still hear it. Y'shtola? Oh. Hold a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, the colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of the Labyrinthos' climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, I would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. Uh-oh. What? Goodness!
House of the Dead PTSD.
unaccustomed to transfiguration? Worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. That came out cut super suddenly. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be less likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Wow. Which reminds me, where are the creatures hereabouts? In that form, you are essentially defenseless.
Not a snake.
You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. You will return from your transfigured status if you move too far away. Look to your map for the transfiguration's area of effect. Speak with Y'shtola to restore or prolong the transfiguration. We're freaking toads. Alice, say? Ribbit. Alphino. Ribbit! Alfie Toad and Ala Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You leave your quest companion behind by entering a different area, put two notes between you, or speak with them, just like an after party. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Alice, say? Talk. Ribbit! Alphino? Talk. Ribbit. You see.
Boom.
Cryo?
Do the frog spin swagger. Yeah.
Wow.
I was busy admiring the Japanese flag on the map.
Huh?
What? I would have enjoyed being a toad for a little while, if only for the change of pace. Y'shtola is right. I am too preoccupied with other matters. Y'shtola. Stand still and I shall recast a spell. A transformation should last long enough to allow you to find and spy upon Erenville. Oh no, I've been re-toaded.
What are you talking about?
The pink square and the thing in the middle kind of looks like the Japanese flag a little bit.
Pink square?
Yeah, you don't see the giant square? Rectangle, I guess.
Nope. Frog squad out.
Frogging out. Follow me.
Kevin's gonna eat you.
That's why I'm running.
Yeah. I lead the pack of frogs.
You can RP walk while toad. I am immersed.
I am the leader. I am not toaded. I'm merely surrounded by toads. What? Stop it. Stop it. Why? No. I'm too hip to be square. Stop it. Stop it. Ribbit. I'm completely inconspicuous.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work.
And it is. It is voiced.
So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty.
And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
I like Aaronville. Good lad. Alice? Oh, total performance needs work, apparently. I'll have to pay more attention to the next time I see one. Listen. Stop it.
No, you.
You stop. Alpha now?
No, you.
I clicked on the alpha now. Sorry. I suppose we should have known a cleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telophorus declaration was a catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eosia's request for aid. Yeah. What else, Alfie? If we happen to cross paths with Aaronville again, I should like to thank him properly. Likewise. Alright, clicking on Alice. Are you ready?
Hold on.
What am I holding on for?
Me and Boom are both 82, and you're still swapping jobs to give Bard experience at 81. Stop that.
Well, these are level 80 quests.
The LAC gives is 80.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're not helping. There was an announcement recently that the MSQ does not give you enough EXP to get to max level, so he needs to stop doing that.
I didn't hear about this announcement.
Until it gets fixed. It was on the lodestone.
What? It was?
Yes.
That was an announcement today?
Just today or yesterday.
Huh.
MTT Dragon Slayer says, can attest it doesn't.
Huh. Good
Even
to know.
if they fix that, what are they going to do about the players that didn't get enough XP?
They have to do like level roulettes and stuff to catch up. So, stop switching jobs.
Okay, jeez. Alright, ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Clicking on Alice. Alice is staring off in the direction Erenville departed, a thoughtful look on her face. Oh, looks like we're gonna be going to that main room. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Cryo for the moment. See what they think of this. Okay. Well, going back to the bridge then.
That seems like such a huge oversight. How could they not test the EXP?
They did.
Then how is it wrong?
They were testing it on the average that you're also doing daily roulettes and things like that.
Why would they test it based on that?
Because they assume that people are going to be doing those things. It's not just that, though. They're also trying to account for periodically some side quests, some exploration experience, doing the mandatory dungeons, and they have to factor that all in with the EXP stat crunch. It's just a minor oversight. It's not by a huge amount, but you do have to do some extra stuff here and there to get to max level.
Alice? It's funny how normal the forest seems now. As a toad, it was all so much more ominous and threatening. Okay? Avano? Where's Cryo? Good question. Clicking on Y'shtola. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? We did. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important. Even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Cryo and then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bid her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. She's down there then. Somewhere. But yeah, let's check those flowers. I got stuck around 85-ish because I split EXP for a while between two jobs. Huh. Okay. But it was just a dungeon's worth of EXP worth. Noted.
No, switchy jobby.
Okay. So we got varying different levels of experiences related to that. What was this?
They made it. I'm basing it based on that they made a post on the lodestone, and it was from Yoshida.
We passed the thing, didn't we? Yeah.
No, you just didn't go far enough.
Oh. I'll do that upstream. Lost little troll.
Right? Where the hell were the flowers?
They
were overlooking that main building.
I don't think the flowers are in the circle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. They're up this hill.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I went up the other hill.
There's a stray Kerrigan.
Yeah, she's at the flowers. Are they a different color? They're a little darker. Doesn't that mean depression or something?
Yeah, that's the negative emotions. We'll wait until Violet catches up because I feel like it's gonna trigger a cutscene.
Probably.
Tomatoes and onions, oh my.
Oh my, what the heck?
I want to look at the flowers closer. It could just be post-processing bloom that was making them lighter.
No, I'm pretty sure they were lighter. Because why would they be darker now with the same effects?
Because we saw them in the cutscene, and it could be a different type because it's rainy. Stuff like rain, fog, etc. makes certain effects stronger or lighter. Like bloom and fog is amplified a lot, where stuff is like almost obnoxiously glowy.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna click on Cryalt here then. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, you're already doing it.
Yeah, see, they're back to full brightness. It's just a cutscene problem.
Huh.
I feel like they're darker around the edges.
She just picked one. Aren't these things like extremely like rare and slow to reproduce?
For you.
Yeah, this is
the
where
spell will keep it from wilting.
Planet Mommy.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Oh shit.
He said, "Who's she?"
Hmm.
Will you speak with her now?
You'll see.
I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Oh.
Thank you. Do not worry. She has
We literally just talked on the boat. What do you want?
It's answers.
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will.
Sure, taking my hand off.
That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Uh-oh. Those flowers do look darker, though.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Oh gosh.
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What, then, is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
And it's not reading? Oh gosh.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
That was in the trailer, wasn't it?
The Forum will come to order! This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a Forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno. I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? Now, if we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Order! We will have order! Master Montaigne raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand. I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
That is a very I'm gonna wait until you folks are done. That is a
Sorry,
very...
I had to deafen you guys because my autoplay was off when I was trying to reach for something, and you guys got so far ahead you were talking over everything.
Oh, gotcha. That was a very split vote.
It was a very split vote, far from the unanimous type that I was expecting.
51 to 48. There's only 2 votes of a difference. So there's
I like
quite
that
a strong...
Montaigne guy.
I do like that. He kind of brought everything back to the task at hand without being, you know, strongly wavering towards one opinion or the other. He just simply brought it back.
I also dug the Walk for a music.
You also what?
The music is good.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
My only other thing of really note is that it was a little bit triggering to see every single person in that room wearing the hat, other than the one freaking Vieira.
That's kind of funny.
In the cutscenes, did you notice your blindfold going away? Because mine went away.
It did. I think so, yeah.
I was like, why? My blindfold.
Everyone's hats were removed, if I remember right. Yeah, no, actually mine was not hidden, was it? Huh. Yeah, took my hat off too. It's quite a scenario. Let's see what Alice has to say about this. Like the gods for Skolok Montaigne absolutely loathe arguing in circles. Like, Alfie? My father may be right, that I am still groping in the dark for answers, but I need him to know that I would never stop searching. I owed that much to Arenvald, and myself. Cryle? You may encounter some raised eyebrows, but we do continue to claim the students as your sponsor whensoever the need arises. I believe in the guiding principles of the Scions. I know my grandfather would have as well. It's weird that... What did they find recently that's got... it's something to do with the ethereal rifts. Like...
It has to do... So Heidelin, was it Heidelin who specifically said that they chose to like whisk away Menphilia's soul to the ethereal sea in Heidelin, like within the planet Heidelin?
I think so. Yeah.
And then we have, I think that's the importance of the 1.0 cutscene or trailer that they released. Because you saw Midgardstormer taking down the Agrias at Crystal Tear Lake, or Crystal Tear Falls or whatever.
Yeah.
And that massive explosion, it's the exact same. It's a 1-to-1 of the explosion that happens when you have Ultima unleashed from the Ultima weapon within Castrum. It's the same color, it's the same form style. It's like a ball with a beam that goes straight up in the air. That effect happens when Midgardstormer crashes the Agrias into the lake, thus releasing all of the primals. Because you saw Titan and Ifrit get ejected, specifically those two, along with hundreds of other primals in all directions across the planet, which to me says that that must be like a nexus point that's very close to the Ethereal Sea and Heidelin. Which is why summoning all of the primals takes Aether away from Heidelin in order to manifest the primals. We're essentially ripping chunks of Heidelin out of her. Each time a primal is summoned, that's how it's being weakened.
Yeah.
Or that's how Heidelin's being weakened. So I'm thinking that they had to have found some correlation, because Graha and Y'shtola just had that little back and forth about the Ethereal Sea.
Yeah.
And that was at the exact same time that they had started like doing investigations into the Ethereal Sea. So they have to be linked. I don't know how, but I'm assuming that there must be some oath of office, some sworn oath to Heidelin of overprotection, because Midgardstormer made an oath with Heidelin as well.
I'm just wondering what the Charlians might have found that was 270 years ago?
The Ethereal Sea.
And
I think they found the nexus point, the entrance to the Ethereal Sea.
Okay.
Also, chat, please do not answer any of these questions or hints or anything like that. This is all rhetorical. We want to find out, but like we'll share our theories with each other, but don't confirm or deny anything. Just smile, I guess.
Yeah. No spoilers, only smiles. It is roughly not to kind of kill the mood or the momentum, but it is roughly getting closer. It is the time for the usual hour-long break I do with these. So I do need to take a small break before we go to continue on.
Sure.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that because it's something I do have to go and do. So yeah. Sorry for the abrupt stop after that conversation, but I do have to go and do a thing for a bit, and we'll come back in roughly an hour and a half-ish, a little under an hour and a half. So,
yeah, assuming you can get back in.
Oh shoot, you're right. Okay. We'll see how that goes. If I can get back in an hour and a half or something like that, then we'll continue on. If not, then we'll have to pick it up tomorrow. But we shall see how that works out. So, with that said, I'll have to cut it here for now, and we'll see if I'll be able to resume roughly an hour and a half-ish, or somewhere along those lines. So, with that said, thank you all very much for watching and or listening, and I hope you have a wonderful life. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in an hour, ish, a little over. I'll put up a scheduled stream on the YouTube channel, and if you miss most of the stream, these streams are saved as VODs for a playlist that you can access on my channel. It is a public playlist, and the VODs themselves are unlisted so that they don't clutter up the videos tab. So, now with all that said,
you say that a lot during these ending things.
I know. I get people asking if I can make the VODs public every day because they can't find it. So I feel like I need to start announcing it and repeating it more.
I meant the with that said.
Oh. Yeah.
You say with that said like 3 or 4 times every time you try to end a stream. It's kind of funny. Dagnabbit.
I guess I just can't get it all finished off in a concise manner. Anyway, I gotta get going. All right. So, take care, everyone. See you hopefully in an hour and a half. All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. See ya. All right, stream has ended.